What is going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having an awesome weekend. Thank you for the support on the channel and appreciate you guys coming back for another video. So I have a lot of cleaning to do. I got to go through the rack system and clean, and I have to deep clean all 4 of those PVC enclosures. So I'm gonna have to vacuum out all of the Repti-Chip and then go through and scrub all of the floorings because they've been making a mess in there, and it's really hot in here, so it really dries very fast on the bottom of it. So that'll be really exciting today. So have a lot going on, and as you can see, I got a couple of the boas out. Just gonna show you guys what is going on with them. Trying to keep track of them because some of these girls can be a little hard to handle with one hand, and they like to explore a lot, especially this one right here. So this is the Ghost. It's the het albino, but she is probably one of my favorite boas. I just love her colors, the patterns, the markings on her. I think she looks really good. And I know a lot of you guys like seeing her, so here she is. I think some of you guys have bought a few ghosts over the last 6 months or a year, which is awesome. I think they might be overlooked a little bit from all the newer morphs and all the brighter or darker combos. And then next to her is this lady. It's just a regular albino boa. This is my second snake that I ever bought, and she's doing very well. She is on medium rat still, and she's about 4 or 5 years, so she's not massive, but she definitely has a good body tone on her. So you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can see right in here on her muscle tone, you can see how she's got some skin overlapping. I wouldn't say that would be fat, although a lot of people would consider, because she has that, would say she's extremely obese and overweight, but I honestly do not think so. And then on top of the tote, we have this pure blood Argentine boa, which this girl is getting bigger and bigger all of the time, and she has an attitude problem. So when she's in her cage, as we know from the last couple videos, she likes to strike at the glass. She's very defensive of her home and territorial, but she will bite you if you just reach your hand in there, so you definitely have to use a hook to let her know that you are not food and she is on her way out. But once she gets out, she doesn't have any issues, and she has very beautiful markings on her, nice colorations, nice patterns. And this is her adult colors, so when she is a baby, they are much grayer, and they do have a different color tone to them. And then I guess around a year to year and a half is when she started to change. They can get darker and darker, but she won't get any darker than this. This will be her colors for the rest of her life. And a lot of people do like to add in the common boa or the redtail boas or the IMGs into them, but I really think just keeping them as basic as they are. The black and white Argentine, now there are the Max Pink lines, which are very nice looking, but I guess people add the BCIs or the red tails to get more of the saddles coloration, and then a brighter tail. So the BCIs and the red tails, it does start to pop on the Argentines as much redder than they actually are. So we can see that she is pure blood, and I really don't want her to find her way into that rack system, because that would be a pain to get her out. So Argentines do get fairly large as boa constrictors. I would estimate she would probably get around the 10 to 12 feet. I mean, I think 12 feet would be really pushing it, but she will get much larger than these two ladies right here. And that's exactly where she's wanting to go. So nope, that's not happening, because that's going to take much longer to get you out of there, and I have a lot of cleaning to do. But she is determined and persistent on wanting to go in there. So I think we've seen enough of you. If you're going to be a pain, we'll just take you and put you back. So you can see she's a very decent size for I guess her age. So she's 2000, 17. I mean, she could obviously be much larger, and I do have hides for them. Like I said, I need to clean all of these snakes completely, which should be really, really fun. Where's this girl going? So this girl's just kind of cruising around. Why can't you be like the albino and just do that? So I'll get out the common boa. I gotta turn the camera off, and because I can't take her out with just one hand. And we're back. So this is the common boa. It's not a redtail, but you can pick these up at any reptile store or expo for probably $50 to $100. I don't know how much they go for now, but I know about 5 years ago they were, I think I got it for like maybe 40 bucks, but probably the best $40 I've ever spent on a snake, because this girl is amazing and I love her colors and her patterns, especially on her tail. But you know, there is a little bit of a difference between her and the true redtails, which I have 2 true redtails now, but of course they're both still in shed, so can't really do a comparison on them because they don't look very good in shed. All of their colors are dulled out. So when she was a baby, she was very bright and vibrant. A pretty red tail on her, but as we can see, kind of browned out or got a little rusty color on her. And these two are definitely behaving, so I'm glad they're behaving, because I can definitely not have 3 boas out if they're being wild and chasing them around, or lose one. I wouldn't lose one. I mean, like I said, they'd go in the rack system and it would probably take a while to try to get them out. But the two, other than the green anaconda, I would say Pop-Tart over there is getting up to size. She's 2 years old, and I would say she's about the same size as, I don't know, maybe a little bit smaller than her, but she's 4 or 5 years old, and definitely, you can definitely tell the difference between the sizes on how these snakes are going to be as they get to be adults. So she might grow another foot or 2. I really don't know. She is on large rats right now. For the last feeding I gave her a large rat, and the last feeding I gave the Argentine a large rat, and they did very well. So I think they're going to be on larges from here on out. And then these 2 ladies are on mediums, because I don't need to. All right, just making sure she's not going anywhere crazy. But we'll take the albino up here. So this was my very first boa, and this was my second one, and then I got the Argentine, and then on with the list. But nice little comparison between the 2. They're pretty much the same age, so they're not too far off on the weights. But I think the commons, you know, since they're don't have any extra bloodlines in them, you know, I think they might tend to get a little bit bigger, but not too much from her, I don't think, although we'll just have to see on what happens as they grow up. And just wanted to show you guys some of the boas that we really haven't been hitting on lately. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And there she is over there. So just a quick video on a Saturday, and I got to get to cleaning because I still have to clean the racks. I got to clean the Pop-Tarts water again daily, and then all of these racks over here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully you guys have an awesome weekend. And I have to feed a lot of these babies, so that will be on the next video. The IMGs, the VPIs. The red tails are in shed, like I said, so I really don't know if I'm going to be feeding them, but I'll try. And then we got all of these over here we have to feed. So I do all of my live feedings on Patreon. I don't do it on YouTube because they all get shut down, and people like to start a lot of drama on that. So have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys on the next video.